Good evening, everyone. It's an honor for us to be here tonight and pay tribute to a gifted artist and a deeply compassionate activist, Angelina Jolie. You know, when I first met Angelina, I recognized a brave artist and a compassionate artist and a warm and loving friend. You know, she didn't have to come to Bosnia, and she didn't have to cast us, local cast, and she didn't have to make a film about the Bosnian War. But she did. She did because she's a true artist and a citizen of the world who reminds us of those we have forgotten, of those we have abandoned, of those that need our help.
When the casting director said to me, she likes you a lot, I asked who likes me a lot. And she said, Angelina Jolie. And then I said, Angelina Jolie, so don't you lie to me, you know? Because being an actor from Belgrade, you don't expect to get that kind of offer quite often, you know. So it was a winning in lottery.
She brought actors from both sides of the conflict. And she made them play together. And she made us the same story, to tell the same story. For those of us who lived through the war, she gave us the opportunity to express ourselves. And for that, I am deeply grateful to you, Angie.
Because of the reputation and the respect she has earned internationally, this honor is not just for Angelina the filmmaker, but for the contribution she has made and still makes outside of her film work and for the good she does around the world.
What Angelina has done is extraordinary because she is extraordinary. Her status in the film industry has afforded her a unique opportunity to take on a legion of global issues.
She's given her heart to those who suffer the world's most shattering violence and victimization, and given voice to those who struggle to live with dignity and hope.
Angelina is proof of the power we all have to make a difference. So let us for a moment take a look at this most remarkable woman who questions not how or why she does this, but rather, how could she not?
Gene Hersholt was an actor, director, writer, whose legacy of philanthropy immortalized his place in cinema history as the man who gave Hollywood his conscience. In our business, many of us leave home and travel for pleasant work, or we're often wrapped up in filming on location or busy promoting our projects. We don't always seize the advantage to immerse ourselves in the places and the people we encounter. Through her travels, Angelina Jolie has taken full advantage of her experiences to listen, to learn, to change her worldview. I met Angelina a long time ago because my daughter, who was, I don't know, I think about 10 at the time, was a huge Angelina Jolie fan, primarily because of her work and because of her humanity and because of her fighting for what is right. My daughter at 10 was very idealistic, and a lot of Angelina's values had rubbed off on her. And so I asked her if she would have lunch with my daughter, and she said, sure. And at that point, we sat down and we were talking and going over things, and she'd adopted a son, and I'd adopted 3 children by myself. So we were 2 basically single parents talking about children. And I said, you know, children are the pathway to a compassionate life and to happiness. And this is the one true thing you can do, is have children. Little did I know she'd take me so seriously. Not only has she got a wonderful family, but she has done so much for children around the world. I would expect ultimately that she's probably, hopefully, the happiest person in the world, because she definitely has a lot of the compassion. She has taken this knowledge to a bigger place. She has worked diligently to make us aware, to compel us to take action. Through her storytelling on behalf of the UN, she has opened our eyes to violence, to victimization in Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Pakistan, Cambodia, Ecuador, and Rwanda, and I'm sure it'll be in many other places. Through her storytelling on film, she has depicted the horrors of war and used her art to illuminate justice, issues, and make positive changes in the world. She's currently filming a true life account of hope and resilience, and through her passion to tell such compelling stories on the screen, through her work in Washington and around the globe, Angelina has come to embody that conscience associated with Jean Hersholt. And it gives me great pleasure to present the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences Jean Hersholt Award to an artist whose humanitarian efforts continue to touch and inspire the world, Angelina Jolie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's quite overwhelming. Thank you to the members of the Academy for this honor, my dear friends who are here tonight, Jenna and George, for your kind words, to my hero, Louis Zamperini, to the cast of Blood and Honey, and most of all to my family, my love. Your support and your guidance make everything that I do possible. Mad, I'm not going to cry, I promise. I won't embarrass you. You and your brothers and sisters are my happiness. And there is no greater honor in this world than being your mom. I'm very humbled to be here tonight among so many extraordinary artists. My mother loved art. She loved film. She supported any crazy thing I did, but whenever it had meaning, she made a point of telling me that is what film is for. And she never had a career as an artist. She never had the opportunity to express herself beyond her theater class. But she wanted more than for herself. She wanted for Jamie and I to know what it is to have a life as artists. And she gave us that chance. She drove me to every audition, and she would wait in the car for hours, always make me feel really good all the times I didn't get the job. And when I did, we would jump up and down and scream and yell like little girls. She wasn't really the best critic, since she never had anything unkind to say. But she did give me love and confidence, and above all, she was very clear that nothing would mean anything if I didn't live a life of use to others. And I didn't know what that meant for a long time. I came into this business young and worried about my own experiences, my own pain. And it was only when I began to travel and look and live beyond my home did I understand my responsibility to others. And when I met survivors of war and famine and rape, I learned what life is like for most people in this world, and how fortunate I was to have food to eat, a roof over my head, a safe place to live, and the joy of having my family safe and healthy. And I realized how sheltered I had been, and I was determined never to be that way again. We are all, everyone in this room, so fortunate. I have never understood why some people are lucky enough to be born with the chance that I had to have this path in life, and why across the world there's a woman just like me with the same abilities and the same desires, same work ethic and love for her family, who would most likely make better films and better speeches. Only she sits in a refugee camp, and she has no voice. She worries about what her children will eat, how to keep them safe, and if they'll ever be allowed to return home. I don't know why this is my life, and that's hers. I don't understand that, but I will do as my mother asked, and I will do the best I can with this life to be of use. And to stand here today means that I did as she asked, and if she were alive, she'd be very proud. So thank you for that.
Well, I think what my friend Angelina does, everything she does is amazing. She's just flown in from Australia, so she can be here tonight. And then she'll fly right back, where she's directing a film about one of our last great generation of heroes of World War II. That hero is here at her table tonight, Mr. Lou Zamperini. The other night, I was watching another movie that Angie directed and wrote, In the Land of Blood and Honey. It was a very moving piece. It's a stunning film to watch. Don't miss it. But after I watched it, I got thinking, how did she have time to do all of this? She acts in many pictures. Now she writes and directs, and she has a large family, about 20, I think, at last count. And she has to keep that smile on Brad's face. I have to take my hat off to her. Angelina, I'm so happy to be here to celebrate you tonight as you receive the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award. You certainly deserve it.